Okay, guys, so we are going to be talking about weather this week. So let's go over some weather vocabulary. So we've watched a video about recording the weather. We looked at what our weather was like yesterday on February 23rd, which was a Tuesday. So let's talk about some vocabulary words before we start reading about weather. So we have weather. So weather is day-to-day condition of the atmosphere in an area. Weather is a short term. So basically what's the weather today? Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it cloudy? Is it snowing? So that's the weather. Just what is the conditions outside? Atmosphere. Air that surrounds the earth made of a mixture of gases. So that's just kind of what is surrounding our earth. Okay, so it's air that surrounds the earth. So we have different layers in the atmosphere. Precipitation. This is what falls from the sky. So water that falls to the earth's surface such as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. So precipitation is what's coming from the sky, mainly the clouds. Meteorologist. So how many of you watch the weather at night with your parents? So the person that comes on and does the weather is called a meteorologist. That person is a scientist who studies the weather. So tonight, if you're watching the news, look at who's the meteorologist. Like I know Bill. Is it Bill? I can't even remember the guy's name on Channel 2. I always forget their names, but they're called meteorologists. Rain gauge. So this is a type of tool that we use for collecting and measuring the amount of precipitation that falls. So not just rain, but precipitation, because snow can melt and turn into water. So this is how we measure. So some people may say, man, we got 2 inches of rain. Well, how they know that is because they have a rain gauge, and it's a long cylinder tube that you put in the ground, and it's collecting water, and there is it's measuring. There's like a measure. It's kind of like a long cylinder, like a measuring cup, but it's a very long cylinder tube, and has measurements on the side of the tube that tells us how much rain, and it's usually in inches. Thermometer. So we have all seen a thermometer. They look very different depending on what we're using them for. Thermometer is a way of measuring how hot or cold something is. Temperature is measured in Fahrenheit. It's measured in 2 ways. It's measured in either Fahrenheit, which is how we use it, or in Celsius, which is more of a European type scale. So we basically use Fahrenheit. So if you notice when we talked about the planets, it talked about how hot or cold the planet was, and it talked about it in Celsius. Okay, but here in the US, we use Fahrenheit. A wind vane. A wind vane is another tool that we use, and it is an instrument used to show the direction of the wind. So usually when you're outside and it's very windy, the wind is coming from a certain direction. And we use a wind vane or wind sock to kind of tell us, is the wind coming from the south, the east, the north, or the west? Okay. And that is our last one. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab a piece of paper like I have. You're going to, so you can do this 2 ways. You can just either draw the lines and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. You can get your paper vertically, which is up and down, fold it in half this way. Okay. Take the top of your paper and fold it in half going down. And then take the top of your paper again and fold it in half going down again. So when you open it, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. And in each box, I want you to write the vocabulary word. Weather, atmosphere, precipitation, meteorologist, rain gauge, temperature, wind vane. And I want you to draw a picture that represents each vocabulary word. Now, if you don't know what a rain gauge or a wind vane looks like, look it up on the internet, okay? So, you're going to draw a picture for each vocabulary word. So, draw a picture that represents each vocabulary word. So, you should have 7 pictures. Don't forget to upload it.